So you saw a clip of a gray-feathered genius asking for coffee and thought, yep, that bird's coming home with me.
Coffee.
Hold on a sec. That same genius can also memorize the exact microwave beep, beep, beep at 2 a.m. and play it back for 3 solid hours.
Hello.
Today, we're covering 10 realities pet stores often forget to mention. Things that decide whether your dream companion becomes your favorite roommate or your loudest regret. We've learned these things the hard way, so you don't have to. Grab a coffee, let's talk unfiltered. A lifelong commitment. First and foremost, an African Grey can live for 60 to 80 years. Let that sink in. This isn't a commitment like getting a dog. It's a commitment that can easily outlive you. This means your grandkids might actually inherit this bird. You aren't just buying a pet. You are bringing a new member into your family who will be around for decades, potentially for generations. You have to pause the impulse purchase and write down a concrete, legally sound plan for who takes the bird if your life swerves unexpectedly. This isn't a casual "my sister will take him" agreement. It needs to be a serious conversation with a designated person who understands the full scope of care. The 4-hour rule. You might have a dream scenario where you head to work, your bird chills quietly, and then greets you happily at the door. The reality is 4 to 5 hours of direct, engaged attention is their daily minimum. If they don't get it, you might see severe behavioral issues like screaming, feather shredding, or the classic "I'm ignoring you" shoulder turn. This isn't just about preventing boredom. It's about staving off genuine psychological distress. Start with breakfast on a playstand near the kitchen, and try for 15-minute check-ins whenever you're home. This dedicated time is the foundation of a healthy, trusting relationship with your bird. Health issues. A Grey's health is a delicate balance where low calcium, dusty air, or drafty windows can set off a chain reaction of serious problems. They are especially prone to calcium and vitamin A deficiencies, which can lead to seizures, respiratory infections, and kidney disease. What starts as a simple dietary oversight can quickly become a life-threatening emergency. You need to find an avian vet now, before you even consider getting a bird. This is non-negotiable. Annual blood work runs around $200, which is a lot cheaper than a 3 a.m. emergency visit for calcium injections to stop a seizure. Picky eaters. Those colorful seed bags you see in pet stores are basically junk food for a Grey. A seed-only diet is one of the leading causes of premature death in parrots due to nutritional deficiencies. A proper Grey diet should be about 75 to 80% specially formulated pellets, 20% fresh vegetables, and only 5% treats like seeds or fruit. If you skip vital nutrients like calcium and vitamin A, you could find yourself watching a seizure at midnight or dealing with chronic illness. Here's a pro move. Cook a batch of quinoa sweet potato mash with chopped kale and bell peppers every Sunday. Freeze it in ice cube trays and just defrost 1 cube per day. They'll probably think it's birthday cake. Decibel levels. An African Grey's contact call can hit 90 decibels. That's the same volume as a motorcycle or a power lawnmower. While they are generally considered one of the quieter large parrots, a bored or unhappy Grey will make its presence known, and your neighbors will know it too. This isn't a small chirp, it's a piercing alarm that can travel through walls. If you share walls, it's a good idea to schedule their scream time for afternoons when your neighbors are more likely to be at work. Placing a white noise machine beside the cage can also save a lot of friendships. Providing plenty of foraging toys and enrichment can also keep them occupied and reduce noise driven by boredom. Don't underestimate their lung power. It can be a major source of stress for you and everyone living around you. Destructive behavior. They aren't chewing to spite you. In the wild, they'd be carving out nests in tree cavities, foraging for food, and keeping their beaks in top condition. To a parrot, your beautiful wood baseboards, your antique furniture, and your windowsills are just soft, appealing balsa wood. This is a deeply ingrained instinct, not a behavioral problem to be punished. A good practice is to offer destructible toys made of pine blocks, cardboard, or other bird-safe materials every single day. Rotate them out weekly to keep them interested. Creating a designated chew zone with lots of approved items can help redirect their focus. And you should probably just accept that your coffee table will start to look vintage faster than you expected. Too much intelligence. That big, intelligent brain is essentially a high-fidelity tape recorder with claws. Dishwasher beeps, your neighbor's car alarm, your specific cough, a baby crying. They save everything. it's common for them to nail a ringtone so accurately that their owner answers dead air for a week straight. They don't just mimic. Some can even use words in context.
Mommy, sweet.
Gizmo.
Except for my now and the potato.
Like ordering their favorite treats from a smart assistant.
Alexa, we're African Gray.
Because of this, you'll want to curate their soundscape. Playing nature documentaries or calming classical music on the TV is great. True crime marathons with lots of screaming are not. And a word to the wise, never ever laugh when they drop an F-bomb.
Cannon.
That positive reinforcement is instant, and you'll be hearing that word for the next 40 years, especially when you have guests over. Snubbing everyone except their favorite. Greys often pick a favorite person and treat everyone else in the household like a suspicious journalist or an outright threat. This isn't personal. It's a flocking instinct. But it can be heartbreaking and stressful when the bird you love lunges at your partner or children. The bond they form with their chosen person can be incredibly deep, but it can also lead to jealousy and aggression. The solution requires patience and consistency from everyone. The non-favorite people should become the treat fairy at least once a day. Have them sit near the cage and talk softly, without trying to force interaction. It can take 6 months or more of patience, but eventually, the snubs usually lessen. Super-sized cages. When it comes to cage size, there's no room for compromise. The minimum interior space should be twice their wingspan wide and twice their tail length to allow for movement and exercise. For a Congo Gray, that means a cage around 36 inches wide by 24 inches deep by 48 inches high. Anything smaller often leads to pacing, bar clanging, and other stress behaviors, like a scene from a jailhouse movie. This is one of the most significant upfront costs, but it's an investment in your bird's well-being. Look for cages with horizontal bars to encourage climbing, and ensure the bar spacing is between 3/4 inch and 1 inch to prevent injury. Emotional problems. In the wild, African Greys mate for life and spend hours a day interacting with their flock. In your living room, you are their stand-in flock. They are incredibly empathetic and can tune into your emotions, often becoming stressed if the household is chaotic or tense. This emotional intelligence is what allows for such a deep bond, but it also makes them vulnerable. Try setting a timer for 15 minutes of pure shoulder time after dinner. No phone, no TV, just you telling them about your day or singing to them. They read your presence and your focused attention as a sign of safety and affection. They'll still grumble and have their moods, but that dedicated, quiet time together can be the single most important thing that stops stress behaviors like feather plucking and builds a truly profound connection. So that's it for this video. If any of these 10 points just shifted your plans, good. That's the point. Owning an African Grey isn't like getting a pet. It's like signing a contract with a small, opinionated roommate who lives for 6 decades and never pays rent. It's a lifestyle change that will dictate your finances, your social life, and even your home decor for years to come. If you liked the video, hit subscribe to get updated on our latest videos every week.